Hi guys, how are you all doing? Welcome to today's video. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about my trading for this week. I took a couple of trades, although I didn't close with as much profit as I was expecting to close with, but at least I closed the week with a little bit of profit. And I think this week wasn't a fast-paced week, probably because I did not just pick some pairs that would have given me good moves, which happens sometimes in the market. And I'm still in drawdown, but I believe I'm going to pull myself out of drawdown before my next payout. So if you enjoy this kind of content, please do well to subscribe to the channel, click on the bell notification so that I can get my videos the moment I drop a new video. Please do that right now while the intro and disclaimer please. So I'm doing this video on Tuesday because I wasn't around on Monday, so I couldn't do anything. So on Monday, I took two trades. One was pound USD, the other one was pound AUD. So on pound USD, the reason why I took this trade on pound USD was because first of all, we could already see that we're on a downtrend. If I close off this area, so we can't see recent price action, we have seen that it was already on a downtrend. And I had the price retesting this psychological level here, of which you can already see that that area was previously support. And with that area being previously support, I had the price retesting that area as resistance, so I expected the price to make some sort of move downwards. And the moment I got this consolidation that happened around there, I felt it was time for me to go into the market. So I went into the market for a sell trade around this point right here. I put my stop loss above everything. I was aiming for 2 to 1, but the price just came to this psychological level around here, bounced off that level, and I closed that one with break even. Then second trade I took was pound AUD. So now I was going for a long trade on pound AUD, and the reason why I went for a long trade on pound AUD was because first of all, we could see as this market was on a downtrend, and then we had a classic double bottom pattern with a broken neckline, and then I had the price retesting the neckline around this zone right here. So I expected that the price was going to bounce from that area and make a move higher. So I got the reason to buy somewhere around there, and I just had the price consolidate for a while, and I had to close it around this point because it was already late in the day and I wasn't going to be able to monitor it. But around midnight, the price made all this move to the upside. I didn't take that. So at the end of Monday, I closed Monday with just a little profit. I'll load that up on my MT5 so that we can see it. Alright, so here we go. So at the end of the day yesterday on Monday, I made a total profit of $28. Then by the time you remove the commission of minus $3.08, I closed the day with just $25. So that's how I closed the day yesterday. So today, I got a reason to take a sell trade on pound USD from around this area here. The reason why I took a sell trade was, first of all, could see that the price was on a downtrend. From this area, we had a push down here, we had a lower high, we had a lower low. So I expected after the push into the psychological level, I was going to get a lower low again, because this would have been a lower high for another lower low, continuation of the downtrend. That was basically the reason why I was looking for continuation lower. And then I had a good consolidation around this point, which was good enough for me, and I wanted to take a sell trade. So I took a sell trade from around there. I can see how the price just kept on playing around this level. We had one push up, we had another push downwards, another push up, another push downwards. Then after this particular candle, I saw that as a confirmation that the price was ready to keep moving downwards, but the price just came back up, came down, and ultimately I closed that one with a loss. Later in the day, during New York session, I was interested in taking another sell trade on Euro USD this time. So I was interested in taking another sell trade on Euro USD this time, and I did all the analysis from the larger time frame. What we could first of all see was that we had support. It was on a downtrend, that's first. Then analyzing the downtrend, you can see that there was support around there. The price was retesting as resistance around that point. With the price retesting this area as resistance, you can see the first rejection pull down, and then you can see the price pull back to previous area of support and rejected it as resistance with a very beautiful bearish pin bar. And after that candlestick formation pattern, I knew that this would be a good opportunity for a sell trade. Then on the 15 minutes time frame where I pick entry from, I was looking at the possibility for a continuation upwards. But the moment that candle closed like that, I knew that what had happened was a stop on clearance of this high, and then the price pushing lower. So after that stop hunt, I knew that I had to find a way to get into the market. So I was interested in getting in after this push downwards, but I could not enter down here because that wasn't a good price at all. So I wanted the price to pull back up a little bit into the cycle level, of which you can see that the price pulled back, and then I picked my entry just below the cycle level. My stop loss was here and I was aiming for 2 to 1. But then I made a mistake on my MT5. Instead of taking this trade on Euro USD, I ended up taking it on Pound USD. It was scary for me because Pound USD was not the trade I analyzed. The pair I analyzed was Euro USD, but I had sold it already on Pound USD, and it was already making all this move upwards when I sold it. So I panicked a little bit because that wasn't the pair I analyzed. But I ended up leaving it to play out because, come on, so all the USD pairs were looking correlated, so there was no point exiting because we most likely still have done what Euro USD would have done. The only difference here is that if I was to have entered there, I might have entered this one earlier than when I actually entered it around there. I would have entered from maybe somewhere around this point right here, and I would have closed this trade with 2 to 1. But I did not enter it at a good price. I entered it down here with 25 pips stop loss instead of 20 pips stop loss, and at the end of the day I closed with just a little over 1 to 1. So at the end of today, I didn't make any loss. So I'll just load up my MT5 account so that we can see what it looks like. Alright guys, so this is my MT5 account for today. So you can see the first trade I took loss on, minus $48. Then the trade I took profit on, which was $64, giving me a total of 15.85. Then by the time you remove commission of minus 3.15, I closed the day with just 12.70. So we see how tomorrow will be. So today, Wednesday, I went for a long trade on Euro USD, and I will explain the reason why I went long. So first of all, we had this downtrend that was in play, and then we had previous area of support that we expected to hold as resistance, which I benefited a little bit from this move yesterday. And today I was expecting that it will pull back into this area and reject lower again, but the price just came and broke above. So after the break above, I was interested in going long, and that was one of the reasons why I don't. So I'll just drop down to 15 minutes time frame to explain why I did not sell on Euro USD and why I later took a long trade. So on Euro USD today, I think today started somewhere around this point right here. So with the price around this point, I obviously could not buy it, but at that time I was looking for selling opportunities, and the reason why I was looking for selling opportunities, number one, because of this area of structure that was intact. So I was looking for good reasons to go short, and you can see that the price just kept on creating higher highs. From here, it came here, this place became higher. Instead of pulling lower, the price went higher, and then when the price finally got to this area, instead of going lower, the price instead broke higher. So it just kept on creating higher highs. Instead of changing from a buy market to a selling market, it just kept on following the pattern of a buying market. So I couldn't sell that kind of market. And when the price closed above this high, I knew that all right, it is changing, or it has changed actually from a selling market to a buying market. So I started looking for reasons to go long, and that was the reason why when the price came back into this area, I was interested in going long. At this point, I didn't have good reasons to go long, but when the price made this move up into this point, that's after this particular candle, that was when I went long on Euro USD. And the moment I went long, the price pulled down a bit. That's why you can see my entry is down at this point, and it gave up to 1 to 1, but we started retracing, and I knew that it could retrace because normally the pip range of Euro USD every day is regularly around 50 to 70 pips. They are giving almost 90 pips, starting from where the day started. I think somewhere around there. The day should have started from somewhere around there or somewhere around there. They are giving up to 90 pips move. All this move was about 90 pips. So I had that feeling that it wasn't going to do much. Yes, from here. You see that that's like 90, almost 100 pips move, which is way more than what Euro USD will do in a day. So I had the feeling it was not going to move much, but I wasn't around at this point. So when the price was just consolidating around this point, I was hoping that the price will pull back up here so I can close it at 1 to 1, but it just kept on pulling down, and I closed it around here with almost breakable. So I'm going to load up my MT5 account so that I can see what I made today. Alright, so here we go. This is the MT5 data. You can see that today I made just $12.80. By the time you remove the commission of minus 1.12, what I'm left with for today is 11.68. So this week has not been going quite according to plan anyways. So today I decided to trade. At first, I was skeptical about trading because today is Thanksgiving in the United States, and during holidays like this, most times the market don't make any significant move. It's always dull. But later, I made the decision to take some trades, and one of the trades I took was pound JPY. So the reason why I took pound JPY was simple. First of all, in fact, we start from the daily time frame. What you are going to see is that first of all, we have this ascending channel. We have the high, we have one low here, we have one high, we have another high here, then we have one low, we have one high, and see the high. And now we can see the price bouncing off this low right here, which means there's a possibility for the price to make a move higher. And until the price breaks below this line, there's always a possibility for this move higher. The break below is possible because on the broader view, there's a possibility for it to have made one, two for another push lower. But for now, the price is at support and I expected the price to bounce, and that was one of the reasons why I was going long. Then from the 4 hours time frame, just have confirmation. We have impulse, correction, impulse. So normally you'd have expected correction at least to this area from the 4 hours time frame. Then on 15 minutes time frame, we see that I had this downtrend, impulse correction, we had impulse. Then instead of this to be a correction, what we see is that the market then ended up making this pattern called the double bottom pattern, then broke the neckline, and this is the neckline right here. You can see the price broke the neckline and was coming back to retest that neckline around this point here. So that was one of the reasons why I was interested in buying pound JPY today, and I got an entry somewhere around here. My price just got up to this area and pulled back to my entry, so I closed it at entry because I didn't want any consolidation. I knew that the moment the price starts getting into New York session, there will not be any movement again because New York Stock Exchange is closed because of the holidays. So I closed pound JPY with break even. Then the second one I took was Euro USD. So the reason why I took Euro USD was because let me see the 4 hours. You would have seen that I've had analyzed it before and I highlighted this area as the area of support that the price was testing as resistance here. Then after the price broke above here, I expect that there will be a pullback and a continuation upwards. So the price had done a sort of pullback around here and I was interested in the continuation upwards. So that was part of the reason why I was going long. So I dropped to 15 minutes for entry. And I got my reason to buy somewhere around there. Although this wasn't one of the best entries, but I got the reason to buy around there. I got my stop loss way below at this area, but the price came just to this area and started pulling down. So I ultimately closed it just at the close of this particular candle right here, this green candle. That was where I closed my trade with just a very little profit. So I'll just load my MT5 so that I can see what the profit there looks like. So this is the MT5 and we can see that I made a total of $17.23. Now I'm sure you are going to see that I took two trades on pound JPY. I originally wanted to enter with a 0.14 lot, but I entered with a 0.1. Then when I wanted to enter the second time, instead of adding just 0.04, I entered under 0.1. And when I entered under 0.1, I closed this one out. So this was the trade that I let run, but at the end of the day, I closed it at break even. Then this was the Euro USD trade that I took, $13. So by the time you add everything together, 17. By the time you remove the commission, minus 3.08, I'm left with 14.15. So that's what I made today, 14.15. So I hope tomorrow will be good. I expect all these patterns to just continue tomorrow. So we see how tomorrow goes. Hello guys, how are you all doing? So today I took two trades today. So one of the trades I took a trade on was on JPY. And the reason for taking the trade was because first of all, if we come to the larger time frames, what we are going to see is that the price was on a clean downtrend right there. And of course, yesterday I talked about this area right here as the price was rejecting it. But in the midnight during the Asian session, the price broke this ascending channel. So I expected continuation lower today. That's the reason why I was looking for short opportunities. So with the price around this psychological level on 15 minutes time frame and rejecting it multiple times, I saw a reason to sell and I took my sell trade from around there. Of course, you can see that not long after the price pulled down in profit and then pulled back up into this area to retest previous area of support as resistance and then it continued lower. But I closed this one with break even. because it got back to this support, and when the price was at this support, I was either going to close it with whatever profit was there. I was going to just leave it and see what happens. You can see the price just rejected that piece a couple of times and ran straight to break even. So I closed it at break even, and that was how I exited this one. Although the thing would have taken my stop loss if I had not closed it at break even, but I closed it at break even. So the next trade I took was Euro USD. So on Euro USD today, I took a short trade. Although at the beginning of the day, I was looking for long opportunities, and one of the reasons why I was looking for long opportunities was because the price was still on this uptrend right here. But I was kind of unsure of whether to buy or not because of this highs right here. So because of that, I didn't take the long trade. I just stayed out and was watching, and then the price came up into this high, and on the 4 hours time frame, you see that that was just a stop loss hunt. See the highs, the price came, took it out, turned into a massive pin bar. So I expected that the price will drop from there. Normally, after a stop loss hunt like that, the price always goes the opposite direction aggressively. So after seeing the price from here form consolidation patterns that suggested it was going to pull downwards, I took a sell trade from around there. And I was hoping that with this type of pressure right here, this particular candle, I was expecting to see like two or three of that size of candle happen almost immediately, but that didn't happen. And then the price just kept on consolidating and playing within my entry. So it came down to this point, pulled back up. After I broke lower, I expected continuation, but it started coming back, and when it just came back to my entry, I closed it at break even. So I closed USD2 at break even. So that's how I closed today. There wasn't any profit today, it was just break even. So I'll load my MT5 so that we'll see what I have there. So this is my MT5 result for today. And what you will see is that I just closed the whole day with a total of $4.96. Then by the time you remove the commission from the profit, you see that it now becomes minus 2.31, leaving me with a balance of 2.65. So today was technically break even, and that's the last trade for this week. So that will be all for now. So in conclusion, I feel this week wasn't so bad because at the end of the week, at least I made just a little profit, not as much as I expected it to be, because majority of the pairs I took trades on did not get to their objective. In fact, all of them didn't get to their objective. I had a situation where they would have made maybe 50% to 70% of the move, and then they start pulling back. And when this keeps on happening, there's nothing I can do. I just have to either close it with partial profit or close it at break even. Almost all the trades I took, I lost just one trade. All the remaining trades did not complete the move. Although there was a good chance that if I had closed everything at around 1 to 1, I would have made a lot of profit this week. But the problem with the market is that you don't know the ones that will complete the move and the ones that will not complete the move. So that's the reason why I decided not to close at 1 to 1. And I ended up not closing with so much profit this week. So I'll just load up my MT5 history so that we can see how I did this week. So this week, what we can see is that I made just $79.33. Then by the time you remove the commission from that, what I'm left with is $66.59. So this is what I closed the week with today, $66.59, which is not so bad, but it could have been better. I'll just load up my funded next dashboard so that we can see what it looks like over there. So this is my funded next dashboard, and I'm still very down. This is minus $4.57 down, and I must say it's not easy at all. Trying to pull back an account from drawdown is really not easy at all. I've been trading this account now for about 2 or 3 months. I got it early September, and November has just ended. I've not collected the payout. I'm still battling with drawdown. But I believe I'm going to pull it out, and my next payout I'm going to get something, no matter how little. I believe I'll pull it back. All I just have to do is keep doing exactly what I'm doing, do not change anything, and I believe strongly that I'll pull it back. So that's going to be all for now, and we are going to see in the next video. And until the next video, do have yourself a lovely weekend.